All right, good morning, everybody. We get to hear from the Maria cast, who we never know where she is. She's sometimes here, she's sometimes there. She is a woman of many homes and many connections. We're so excited to hear from you. What part of the country are you reporting to us from today, Maria?
In the beautiful state of Idaho today.
Okay, see, I can't guess.
Gorgeous out here right now. I love it. Well, thank you so much for having me, Trish. I love being part of our group. And something I just learned yesterday from Eric Worre, just, really, I just treasure our leaders. And I wanted to just bless you this morning with just saying that you are just an incredible person, personally, and a person that really loves and is very genuine. And I thank you for giving all your time and energy to our group and to us, investing in us as people. So with that said, I just wanted to say one thing before we put the video on. Is one of my biggest struggles is with the follow-up. I'm really great at connecting. I'm great at all these great things, but the follow-up has been one of my, it's like kind of like a kryptonite sometimes. And I'm like, no, I have to work through the words. And sometimes that's one of my biggest challenges, is worrying that I'm saying the wrong thing and to the wrong person. And that's where I love this. I'm just reading this book. It's called How to Follow Up with Your Network Marketing Prospects. And it's called the Billboard Effect, Repetition Effect. And it's basically saying that, this guy saw his drives to the same place at the same time, same routine. And then all of a sudden he sees this Italian restaurant billboard and he's thinking, oh, I want to go see that. But then he's like, oh, I can't do it tonight. And there was always something in the way with his kids' baseball or his work, or he's too exhausted, blah, 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 blah. And then finally, after months of watching and seeing that billboard, he was like, oh, I could do it today. Let's go. And it really kind of gave me an epiphany that we just need to keep dripping. We just need to keep loving, being there, saying hi, not in a weird way, but just know that the fortune is in the follow-up. And if we will just grasp that and realize it's not the right timing for some people, it's not the right timing, even though you feel like I'm doing everything I should do, and they're not biting, and it's because people have their own lives. So anyway, with that said, this video is going to be at the Black Sea. And I thought it would be really great because of what's going on in Ukraine. We can remember to pray for Ukraine. So take it away, Trish.
Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Worre and welcome to networkmarketingpro.com. I'm here in front of the Black Sea. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely beautiful. You got to check it out. Beautiful fall day, the sun is shining. Anyway, it's a beautiful part of the world here in the Ukraine. But last week, we went through this 5-day exercise of this process, this 4-step process of prospecting. If I would you, and when could you do it for sure? So if I called you after that, you've done it for sure, right? And then, okay, what's the best number and time for me to call? Really important. And a lot of people have asked, okay, I've done that. Now what do I do when I call them back? Here's what you do. There's one of two things that can happen when you call them back. You call them, first of all, one of three things, I guess. If they don't answer, then you leave a message that says, I'm calling you back as you instructed at this time and at this number. Please get back to me right away. Just leave it at that. Very simple. You're just being the professional one by following up. If you talk to them, once you get them on the phone, they've either watched the video or done whatever assignment that you've given them. Watched the video, tried the product, read the magazine, visited the link, whatever it is. Either they've done it or they haven't. So if they haven't done it, you get them on the phone and they say, hey, look, I just didn't have the time to be able to get that done. Don't argue with them. Don't say, hey, you said you'd do it. All you say is, look, I understand. Life gets in the way sometimes. Just let me know when you can do it for sure, Let's just set up a time for sure so we don't waste your time and we don't waste mine. And then you go through the second, third, and fourth part of that process, which is getting the time that they're gonna do the action, asking them that if you call them after that time, they'll have done it for sure, and then setting another time for you to be able to talk to them. That's it. If they haven't done it, you do that. If they have done it, then you just guide them to whatever the next step is appropriate. What I do, if it's a DVD, I just say, look, did it make sense to you? Yes, it did. Well, do you have any questions about what you saw? Usually they will. And then just guide them to the next action. You can either say, well, look, let me get you on the phone with somebody who can help answer a question. Or let me get you some of the product or service so you can sample the product or service. Or any number of things. Have them visit a link, have them listen to a conference call, invite them to a local event, get together with them for coffee, send them a link that'll explain some other part of your company or product or service. Just take them to the next exposure. That's all that you do. So if they haven't done it, find out if they can do it for sure, and when, and set up the time to follow up. If they have done it, set up that next exposure and make sure that the time for that next exposure is very specific. We'll talk about the importance of exposure to exposure later on in this week. So hopefully that helps you when it comes to the follow-up. So ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro. Here from the Black Sea, it's a fact that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody, sorry for the wind, sorry for the craziness, but take a look at this incredible view, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Awesome. So one of the things for me is just knowing what to say and having he said has a 4-step process for follow-up and a 4-step process for closing, and memorizing those for me is my goal. But one of the things that on this chapter, it says, follow-up means we can serve that prospect when they're ready. And so we never ever, forget that, because a lot of times our products may change, things may get different, but we're always there when they're ready to go. And that's kind of my key, is that we accept that. We accept they're not ready now. We just keep being there for them. And that really gave me a lot less pressure and feeling like I was not doing well. And, because a lot of people I've talked to a lot, and I'm putting it on me. I'm saying something wrong. It's me. Obviously, I have to evaluate that. But this really gave me some more encouragement to know it's just continuing to know what to say, but in a way that's not canned. It's not a script. It's going to be specific to that person you're dealing with, whether you're online or in person.